The University of Stellenbosch Business School, triple accredited, top ranked, and a distinguished player in the international business school community. Where did it all begin? In 1964, 13 business people registered for Stellenbosch University's brand new MBA. Classes were presented in the pre-fab buildings behind Karl Bremer Hospital.
Met die verschuiving van die bestuurskool na die complex achter die Karl Bremer Hospital, na die medische school daar ontruim het hulle echter voortgegaan met navorsing op varke, bobbejane, ape, rotte en konijne. Dit was nog ten volle geïntegreerd die gebouwe en baie besoekers was baie ontstel of verras toe hulle die opset daar sien. Een van ons Amerikaanse besoekers uit Austin, Texas, was letterlik geskok. En ek het dit so aan hom verduidelik. Professor, this is a huge transplant operation. On the one side we use all these animals, on the other side the students, and we sincerely hope we'll produce the ideal executive at the end.
In 1981, premises for a new campus in Bellville were acquired. The new USB building was inaugurated in 1987.
The USB is part of the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences, and we've become the largest faculty in the university. Over the 50 years of the USB, they've played a leading role in this growth of economic and management sciences at Stellenbosch.
An MBA is a relevant and solid investment in an individual's future. It's a transformative experience, and the greatest benefit of doing an MBA is you can apply the learning immediately in your workplace.
In 2003, we had our first batch of students for MDev, the Masters in Development Finance program, which was the first program of its kind on the continent at the time. The program was meant to equip students or managers as well to be skillful in addressing development finance needs, especially in the area of infrastructure, small enterprise and household finance. The program has done very well. Currently, the program is attractive not only for Africa, but for Asia, for Eastern Europe, for South America.
In 2012, USB received international accreditation from the AACSB, making USB the first business school from an African-born university to receive all 3 international accreditations, the Triple Crown.
Well, to be a triple accredited school is a confirmation by the global community, in fact, that quality is in the DNA of the USB.
Another advantage of accreditation is that it puts the school on a journey of continuous improvement. It is all about becoming better all the time.
In the 2013-2014 Financial Times ratings, USB had ended up in the top 100 in the world, which is something magnificent.
And now, USB is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Let's take a look at where we are today.
So firstly, USB must have a mindset that we are not simply, somewhere along the N1 and recognize in voortrekker weg. We are part of a global community, so it's a mindset. And then our staff, their qualifications, their research networks are all over the world. Our students come from all over the world. Our own students go via their modules in the MBA to visit international schools. Our partner schools are from all over the world. USB Ed, our partner in executive education, works around at least a greater portion of Africa. So clearly, looking from various perspectives, USB is an international school, and that is why we like it.
USB has gradually built its brand in Africa. In addition, USB Ed offers programs in a number of African countries.
Well, firstly, USB must understand that we are Africa, and it's important that we see ourselves as part of Africa. And then learn from our other colleagues about the complexities of this continent, and then work in a beneficial relation with them so that we learn from them, but we also add value in terms of what we do as USB for Africa and coming from Africa.
USB Ed is in Africa mainly because we are a continent who has a lot of natural resources, but we need the managerial skills to turn those resources into wealth for all.
USB is known for the quality of its research.
Well, research for the USB is an absolute non-negotiable.
The type of research that the business school will do will probably depend on the type of school it is. In South Africa, it will usually be research of an applied type. It will not be fundamental research generating knowledge for the sake of knowledge. It will be research which is in the interest of the stakeholders of the school.
USB's close cooperation with business ensures an academic offering aligned with the needs of the world of work. Areas of alliance and collaboration include representation of senior local and international business leaders on the boards of USB and USB Ed. Partnerships with industry leaders in various areas of the school's activities, including the funding of students, sponsorships, and participation in advisory committees that advise on USB's program offering. The involvement of alumni in the school's activities, where alumni act as mentors and interview students as part of the selection process.
Social engagement is very important for USB. As long as one is reminded that our first focus of social engagement is actually via our education. We engage with the social context via the graduates that we put out, the research that we do, the executive education that we provide. But in a country like South Africa, we know that that's not enough. So we also take upon ourselves to go a little bit further. We cannot be an NGO that build, bridges and houses and provide water and things. That's not our business, but we can provide education. That's why the Small Business Academy is so important to us. We take education towards people to enable them to empower themselves, build their own businesses, and therefore change society. That is our role, and we are very proud of that.
A prominent social initiative of the school is its Small Business Academy, which offers a 9-month development program to small business owners in Khayelitsha and Mitchell's Plain near Cape Town.
With the establishment of the Small Business Academy, the USB gave life to its vision of engaging with society in a meaningful way. The SBA is an ideal social engagement project in the sense that it is fully aligned with our core business, namely business education. It also gives all our stakeholders the opportunity to get involved in this project. Through the SBA, the business school hopes to make a difference in the lives and businesses of the people of Khayelitsha, Mitchell's Plain, and other communities.
I was recently retrenched from my full-time job. And, we are faced with so much unemployment because I tried to get another job, but unfortunately I couldn't get what I was looking for. So I decided that we had a business already registered, me and my husband. So I decided to be more hands-on in the business. And fortunately for me, I came across with an article that the SBA course was advertised on, and I decided to enroll because I wanted to learn more about running a business. I needed more skills on how to run a successful and sustainable business. The highlight of the course for me, which I think assisted me most, was the mentorship.
I finished my MBA in 1998. So 15 years later, when the opportunity came up to mentor, it was nice to be able to share knowledge and time to give back to that community and its people.
Other initiatives are USB's bursary scheme for deserving students and the NPO program for non-profit organizations, which is offered by USB Ed. USB is proud of its 18,000 alumni who have excelled to become leaders in all spheres of society. The USB Alumni Association has regions all over South Africa, in other African countries, and in the UK and Europe.
In my capacity as president of the Alumni Association, I'm fully committed to creating a stimulating environment for graduates and to adding value for the various stakeholders.
The alumni association is set up to provide a platform for the alumni to engage with one another, with the business school, and with the community.
I'm in fact very, very happy to be connected with University of Stellenbosch Business School. This was a discovery for me, and now I'm your ambassador. All over the world I talk about the quality of teaching, the quality of professors, of students, the beautiful place, and of course also about the great strategy and what you do in respect of sustainable development. There you are a notion. And my big wish is that this notion you develop further. This market niche, this important thing for the future of the world is so, and for South Africa of course, is so important. And I wish you a lot of success and in all this and future endeavors. Bye.
Wat kan 'n mens by die topbestuurskole oor see leer? Hulle navorsingsuitsette. Hulle is navorsingsgedrewe. Ons is in en van Afrika. En 'n mens wil glo dat die USB en die US sal hande vat om hierdie navorsing wat vir ons belangrik en Afrika van toepassing is, kan aanpak.
But I think it's all about wishing that the school will be able to distinguish over time between what is merely fashionable and what creates true value for the students, for faculty, and for the other constituents of the school.
Our business schools, like business schools everywhere in the world, are under tremendous pressure to try to understand what's going on in societies and to remain relevant and in fact to become leaders of this rapidly changing business environment. What I would like our business school to do in the next 10 years is to grapple successfully with these challenges, to revitalize their programs and to make them and keep them relevant for a rapidly changing business environment, and also to take their scholarship into our communities and to make a real difference in our communities where the need is so enormous and where we understand that if business doesn't make the difference, nobody will.
USB has, after 50 years, reached a very good state of recognition, but I don't think we're a global brand yet. Nationally we are undisputable. I think on the African continent we are almost there, but I don't think beyond that. And I would see that we should work together, and this is not a 2-year or even a 5-year project. This is a long-term growth trajectory to become a school that is mentioned in the same breath as the major schools in the world. I think it will take us 8 to 10 years to get there if we do the right things, but there's no doubt that we can.